Adab, Namaste, and welcome to Sanjha TV. मैं हैगी हैं ਤੁਹਾਡੀ host अमिन ढिल्लों and आज मेरे साथ हैगी है Susan Irving, CMO of Kruger Products. Susan, welcome to Sanjha TV. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Nice to see you again.
It's nice to see you too. I'm doing well and I'm excited because you're here to tell us all about your latest campaign, Love is Messy. Tell us about it.
Yeah, well, we're thrilled to launch our second chapter of this Unapologetically Human campaign. In 2020, in the middle of the pandemic, when there was a paper shortage and we were in the middle of COVID, we launched a new campaign called Unapologetically Human. And the whole platform was really about the fact that we're all human. And how our paper products are used within your life. Kruger Products, for those of you that don't know, we are Canada's largest supplier and producer of paper products, including our well-known brands of Cashmere, Purex, Sponge, and Scotties. And we launched this campaign just to talk about the fact that these are staples that are found in your home. And at the end of the day, we all make messes. We all cry, we all bleed, we all blow our noses, and yes, we all go to the bathroom. And this is the unapologetic way of how our paper products support you day in and day out. And so the campaign was a huge success. We won awards in Canada and globally, the most prestigious awards, and it did great things for our company and our brand. And consumers just kept asking us, well, when's the next spot? When's the next spot? And so this year we launched the next chapter, which is called Love is Messy, because at the end of the day, we know that life can be messy, but oh boy, can love even be messier. It's this romantic spot just showing the ups and downs of love. And it's just a beautifully choreographed spot, if you will, starting from young love, and it goes all the way up to, the messiness of middle life, that first kiss when you're young, and in high school, to getting engaged, to getting married, to having children, and all the messiness in between. And then it ends with this beautiful spot of an elderly couple on a pier, holding hands, and just really showing that they made it.
I saw the ad and it's beautiful. It's such a celebration of love. And I'm like, this is something that I think everyone can relate to, right? When you say love, love is many things. Love is with your family, it's with your spouse, it's with your kids, it's with your pets. So great spot. And the best thing is you didn't just make one TV ad. You actually have adapted it for multicultural audiences, which is very important because in Canada, we have so much diversity. So tell me about that decision.
Yeah, so it was something that we did with the first spot. We had a cast of hundreds in the first spot as well as the second. And what was so magical about this spot is when you cast a lot of people, you can show the diversity of Canada. And when you find an insight, it resonates with all, but you still have to adapt it, if you will, to those cultural nuances. So we've adapted this spot like we did for the first chapter, for South Asian as well as Cantonese and Mandarin, and adapted the music and obviously the language, and then ensuring we had the right diversity in each spot. So it did wonders for us in the first round. So we decided that we would do the exact same thing for the second round, ensuring that it was relevant for our local audiences. Obviously, we're very lucky to live in a country like Canada, where, we have such a diverse population. And as a Canadian company, it's really important for us to connect with all.
Absolutely. And I hope everyone gets a chance to watch the ad. I did. And I love the fact that you have these beautiful Hindi, or I should say Hindi and English lyrics, that
Yes.
were made by, I believe, a local team. And honestly, I feel like you could release it as a single. It is such a beautiful song that's done. And I think it really helps connect it to the audiences that maybe English is their second language. So that was really, really a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, we're really excited. I mean, Ethnicity Matters is our agency here in Toronto, and we're just very happy with, the coaching they give us to ensure that we're being relevant in all walks of life, if you will. And I think it's really important. Our products are staples within the Canadian home, and we really want to make sure that we are resonating with our Canadian audiences in a relevant way.
I'm sure people are wondering though, when we talk about love is messy, we're talking about products. Is there any sort of particular product we're relating it to, or where's the tie-in in that?
Great question. So, our paper products are part of every day in all aspects of life, including our consumers' most intimate moments. Kruger Products, paper products, are soft yet strong. They allow us to get messy, to make mistakes, to spill stuff, to cry from sadness or even from happiness, and really lean into our authentic selves. In this way, our paper products are part of human experiences, and this creative demonstrates that. So there's a couple of spots. The first one that's on air right now is a 60-second that features all of our products. So it features Cashmere and Purex, which is our bathroom tissue. Purex is our brand out west. Cashmere is our brand out east. It shows Scotties, our facial tissue, as well as Sponge, which is our paper towel. We then have 15-second individual specific brand spots. So one for Purex and Cashmere, one for Sponge, and then one for Scotties that will be airing in the next couple of weeks.
I love it. Everything to make sure that we can celebrate love, and make sure we look good and we're able to. There was a lot of tears in your TV ad, so I love that. It's a really emotional ad. Everybody go watch it. Most importantly, you already mentioned this a little bit about the different languages. Are you targeting any certain demographics here? Anything specific? Let us know.
Yeah, I mean, great question. I think, for us, we're trying to resonate with all Canadians, right?
Mhm.
Whether or not you speak Cantonese, whether or not you speak Mandarin, whether or not you speak English, whether or not you speak French, we want to make sure that we are reaching all Canadians. And so I think in the past, one thing that we noticed is we tended to be advertising more to the principal grocery shopper versus all Canadians. And it was more of a specific kind of older demographic. Now, just given the universal truth of our brands, we are ensuring that we're actually, targeting more of that entire population, male, female, 25 to 65. At the end of the day, everyone uses our products. So that is kind of one change in our strategy.
Amazing. Okay, so what else is coming up for the Kruger marketing team?
Haha, great question. So I think everyone knows that, as a proud Canadian company, we're excited to develop marketing programs that help us to connect Canadians in a meaningful way. Whether we're out in the community helping to get Canadian kids back on the ice with our Kruger Big Assist program, or raising funds for breast cancer cause with our Cashmere collection. Our North Star is all about making life more comfortable for Canadians, and that is our consumers, our customers, and our colleagues, given we're a proud Canadian company. Given it's October, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in Canada. We just had our 20th anniversary of our Cashmere collection. Our Cashmere collection is a fund and awareness program. We call it Fashion with Compassion. And that program is all about our goal of a future without breast cancer. Kruger Products is one of Canada's leading donors, if you will, to the Canadian Cancer Foundation, and a leading donor with the Quebec Breast Cancer Foundation. Over 20 years with this program, we've donated over $5 million to the cause. And this year, we had our largest fashion show ever. We had 10 returning designers and then 20 new designers. Basically, they get fabric, the fabric that's made out of we make our bathroom tissue out of for Cashmere, and they make these just stunning, absolute gowns. So the fashion show was last week. In the month of October, you can purchase Cashmere and Purex in store at your favorite retailers, and we'll donate $1 up to $100,000 on the specially marked limited edition packaging. On top of that, yesterday we launched a TV special. You can see it on ctv.ca or on Crave. And it features Jeannie Becker, who has also, has been very well known in the fashion industry here in Canada. And she just suffered breast cancer as well, and she's in remission. As well as Lainey Liu are featured in the documentary, and it's really all about. It's called Love Struck, and it's all about the fashion and the fact that we have a love affair with our clothes, and so many special moments happen around clothing, whether or not it's getting married, whether or not it's going to a special event. So there's a really beautiful history, if you will, in terms of clothing. Our theme this year for the Cashmere collection was Love Struck, and it really linked to Love is Messy because we wanted this year to be a theme of love throughout the entire year.
I like it. Honestly, I feel like after the pandemic and a few really hard years for Canadians, we need to celebrate love. So this is a great way to do that. I also wanted to mention, as someone who has checked out the fashion show previously, I also love the fact that you're giving a platform to Canadian designers because, you have a great mix of some people that are well known, but I know I personally have discovered people for the first time that literally are in the start of their career. People are from different backgrounds, visible minorities. I saw some South Asian designers, and you could just tell it was a big opportunity for them to not only support you and the cause, but also to get this platform that media, other fashionistas, people were talking about them and getting to discover Canadian talent. So it really comes in hand that we can raise money for a great cause, but at the same time, like support an industry in Canada that has been struggling.
That is such a great point. Over the years, we have showcased over 250 Canadian designers. And our Canadian roster of designers really reads as a who's who in the Canadian design industry. The designers represented East to West Coast, and we had such great diversity in terms of not just our models, but our designers this year. The designs were just incredible. Every year the collection, you don't think they can top themselves, but every year the designs just get better and better and better. And it does. We've helped get a lot of Canadian designers and help launch their career. And many of these designers, I mean, Nikki from Narcissus, a lot of them, if you start talking to them, I mean, Nikki's start in the design industry was through her mother, and her mother also suffered from breast cancer. So, it's amazing they donate their time for this fashion show, but it really is a cause near and dear to their hearts. This campaign has won, I think over 50 awards over the past 20 years here in Canada and globally. And, we always say that, within marketing, if a campaign lasts longer than a year, that's an amazing feat. So the fact that this campaign has touched so many Canadians and is here for 20 years and going strong is just an achievement that we're very, very proud of.
Absolutely. And you also don't see many ad campaigns here in Canada that are then developed into multicultural ones. Like I said, when I saw this ad, I felt like I was watching an ad back home. Because obviously, when you're over in India, you're going to see ads in Hindi. So I think that is something really special to be able to turn on your local station and hear an ad in your own language, right? And I hope, you'll be able to expand and, there'll be just so many multicultural ads that you'll be giving us.
Well, and that's our goal, it's important that, we're developing against the needs for every Canadian's consumer, as I said earlier. So, it makes me happy that we are striking a chord because at the end of the day, the one thing we do have against us is, we're not a global brand, we're a Canadian business. So a lot of companies, when you are immigrating to Canada, you tend to gravitate to those global brands that you used in your home country when you come to Canada, because it gives you a sense of comfort, if you will. And so we don't have that benefit because our brands are not sold in India. So, we want to make sure that we're welcoming Canadians as they arrive, and connecting to be part of their homes and welcome in their homes, if you will.
The ad that is connecting people to another language, perhaps the language that they grew up with. You are, welcoming newcomers that maybe have just started their life here. Maybe they're missing some of their favorite products back home, and now they're feeling a little bit more like you're bringing home to them here. And then obviously we've talked about the fashion show and this month supporting breast cancer. So I want to make sure that our viewers know how they can continue to support you. So first, I remember you said there'll be especially marked packages in the store this month that if they pick that up, that will be helping the cause, correct?
Exactly. So on specially marked packages of Purex and Cashmere Ultralux, you'll see the ribbon. It's marked quite well that it's for breast cancer, and we'll donate $1 up to $100,000 for those packages that are currently in market now. And then secondly, if you go to cashmerecollection.ca, again that's cashmerecollection.ca, we actually have a virtual show, so you can see all 20 designs. When you click on a design, you can learn more about the dress. You can learn more about the designer. There's actually videos of the designer, so you can understand why they're involved and a little bit about their background and where they're from. And you can dedicate one of the dresses to someone that you love. And for every dedicate, we'll donate additional $1 up to $50,000 in the winning designer's name. So again, that's cashmerecollection.ca. And if you want to learn more about Kruger Products, you can go to krugerproducts.ca, or even just Google any of our brands, Cashmere, Sponge Towels, Purex, or Scotties, and that will take you to all of our websites as well as our Instagram pages as well.
Amazing. And make sure to Google the ad because it's such a beautiful ad. So make sure to check it out. Make sure to check out the website. And of course, if you're able to, help support the cause as well. Susan, it's always lovely to have you here. Thank you so much.
You too. Have a great Friday, and thank you so much for your time today.
Of course. Thank you again. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching Sanjha TV. मैं है ज्ञान, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ host Amintelo, signing off.